Hello.
Oh, hello.
I'm Sammi.
And I'm Steve.
And you're listening to Rose Plate Special, the most dramatic, Jupiter glassingest, lactose intolerant, lactose intolerantingest, polar plungiest recap podcast of The Bachelor ever. See,
Wow.
you can really tell I just make these up on the fly. I do not prepare ever.
You used one of my favorite words, tolerangiest.
I was like, intolerantiest.
It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We have a double feature today, which is very exciting. We're going to be doing a recap and a Jilly unboxing. And I actually think this is the perfect week to do it because I don't feel like a lot happened. Like, I don't have a ton of notes. I don't know if you do, but
No, not really. I mean, there's two real pillars here. There's the Maria, we won't call it a meltdown, but the Maria moment of self-doubt.
Sure.
And then we have obviously the selection at the end, but the in-between parts, not so much. An uneventful horseback riding date? Come on, who cares?
Well, yeah. Okay, yeah, we need to okay, yeah, we'll get into it. So they're in Jasper in Alberta, and it's beautiful. So I know we kind of, we're like, where's Jasper? Well, you were like that. I wasn't like that. I was being very nice to all Canadians, always. But yeah, it was interesting. Joey kind of talks about like how it was rough losing Lexi, that he cared about her, wonder if it's going to happen again, foreshadowing, and I do love that like different bachelors have a different signature. Like we're starting this week off. And the nice thing, this is what we're learning from Joey. If you have a skill, you don't have to just shower for every week opening. Like they don't just have to focus on you showering. You can actually do something.
Yeah,
so
he starts with tennis, tennis.
Just a suggestion to all the future bachelors. If you don't have a sport or a hobby or something that they can have you do in the beginning, develop one.
Yeah. I would encourage any hunky man in his 20s to literally be good at one thing and have a hobby,
Be good at one thing. You know what? The problem is that men don't have hobbies. That's the problem. Men don't have hobbies.
Yeah. Just be a podcaster like me. That's a great male hobby.
Yeah. See, that was a good gotcha moment for all that male podcaster who is like, women don't have hobbies. But really, it's just, that's projection. That's called projection. If you've seen my house, I have every hobby and it's a problem.
Yeah.
And one of my hobbies is collecting Jilly boxes. And we've got one. Was that
I like the idea that, Sammi, people think that women don't have hobbies because you have so many, you've taken hobbies away from other women.
I've taken hobbies from every woman. I went to every woman's house. I said, give me your yarn. Give me your books. Give me your video games.
Your loom.
I'm going to take your... Well, I kind of did buy a loom from an old lady.
Wow. So you kind of took her hobby in a lot of ways.
I did take her hobby. I mean, I don't think she's doing it anymore. Well,
because she can't, because you have her loom.
Because I stole her. No, I bought it. I bought her loom. Her husband made it for her. Her late husband made it for her.
Wow.
And it was a pattern of two different looms that he combined together and made her a custom loom. There's not another one like it in the world, but I have it. And
then you ripped that memory from her arms. Anyways.
She did sell it willingly. She put it on the market. She just was lucky that I was the one who bought it because it could have been worse. Anyway, we've got our spring Jilly box here.
Oh, let's go.
For the thumbnail. This is very exciting because I know there's a robe in here. And I'm like, I'm ready to get pampered. So
it's robe season.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, it just like kind of like did not fall gracefully. It was like dong dong dong. We won't open this right away, but I do love that Jilly is. Oh wait, no, that's not the same dress. I thought that was the dress that I have, but in a different color. But it's slightly different. But she's all like barefoot and springy, looking cutesy.
Just doing Jilly shit,
She's got her certified B Corp. Hell yeah, Jilly. we'll start with one thing and then we'll get into it. I still owe you. I just haven't been to your neck of the woods in a while, but I have been using the little candles on our mantle, and
Ooh,
I'll make sure you can have one if you want one, and it can
I
be
would
our
love
friendship
one.
candle houses.
We do need a friendship candle. Like,
Yeah,
people are
I
saying
think so.
this. I think that's the number one comment about our podcast is
Yeah.
not enough friendship
Why
candles
don't you
between the
have
2 of you.
friendship candles? Like, what is your problem?
Mhm.
So, but they're very delightful. We did install the dinner bell and use it on Thanksgiving, and we used all the place setting things. I think I talked about that last time. And then I got a big puffy coat. I'm not like a hat person. The hat I have is still sitting here. But I got a big puffy blue coat, and I've been wearing that in cold days, and it's very nice. And it's gonna be my snowshoeing jacket, except we get a tiny bit of snow and then it's 60 degrees and then it's 8 degrees. So, and
Yeah.
those are all in Fahrenheit for you Canadians. But I'm gonna this is like a pamper box because right off the bat we have a detox body brush.
Whoa. How does
Yeah.
one detox with a brush? Do tell.
Well, I think is this like dry brushing, I'm assuming? Yeah, it's dry, a
Is
dry
it for your
brush.
head or, like, your butt or, like,
It's
what do
for your
you okay.
body. It's supposed to like exfoliate. It's not like
Okay.
super rough. Ooh, something flew off though. Um, it's like a little rough, but it's not like super prickly. I don't
Mhm.
know.
I like the look, it's rustic. Like, if I had a horse that I loved, I would brush it with that.
Well, that I'm going to
Gingerly.
be my own horse. Um,
Sometimes you do gotta be your own horse, Sammy. I'm
Sometimes
glad
you
you
gotta
brought
be
that
your own horse. It's very nicely made. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Speaking of horse girls, so we have the first one-on-one is with Daisy. She gets right off into the sunset, and right away, all the women are like, "That's a horseback riding date. That's a horseback
Going
riding date."
on.
And it's like, of
Which
course, you're gonna do that there. Yeah.
I think horseback riding is the lamest bachelor date that you can count on, like, every season. Just
Well,
because the whole
yeah.
thing is just like, "I don't know what to do." The guy's like, "I don't know either." Like, that's the whole thing.
I'm just
But,
like afraid of horses, so I
see,
just
that
would
wouldn't work well for you then.
I would never want that date. I would just be like, "I'm afraid they're way bigger than me. I'm too short. They scare me." Do you have a pony? Do you have a donkey? I will
Look at those
take one
mini
of those.
horse.
Yeah, a really big goat? I don't know. This
Big
is
goat would be
scary. This
fun.
is scary
Yeah.
to me.
I do like the idea
Yeah.
of you being on a season of The Bachelor, and there's, like, a hunky, rustic man in the woods on a horse, and then you're just in front of your horse screaming at it at, like, peak volume. Just, "Ah!"
Okay, I'm not scared like that. I have ridden horses before, but they do scare me because 'cause they're so big and I'm so tiny. Like, I'm very
Yeah.
short. It's very scary.
They could definitely step on you.
Yeah, they could step on me and I could be flat, and that's
Mhm.
just I don't want to do that. I don't wanna be flat, so I just
No.
stay away from them. Um, but I wanna talk about on this date, the idea of capital expenditures and operating expenditures because
Oh, no. Whiplash into college business
I
201.
have to
What's
I have to
going
write
on?
about CapEx and OpEx all the time for clients. No, but I'm like, do you think the hot tub is a capital expenditure or an operating expense? Because I believe they purchased this hot tub
Oh,
and
and just,
that
like,
they're not
dropped it
just
there?
renting it over and over. What
Yeah,
do you
I
think?
I think that's probably the case. Well,
Yeah.
because it's like this has I doubt this is part of the, like, resort itself, and just to clarify what I'm saying too, whenever they have the hot tub set up on The Bachelor, it's literally like it's always just a hot tub that looks like it's plopped down in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
okay? It doesn't seem like a resort hot tub to me. So I think that they purchase it, they just plop that thing down wherever
Yeah.
they want it.
Yeah. I think it's girl math. It's like they're thinking about the cost per date, the
Mhm.
CPD, if you will. And they purchased this capital expenditure. It's already cost that they have invested into the show. And so they get more out of it the number of times they use it because if they had to rent, this is my
Mhm.
theory. Producers, you tell me. If they had to rent a hot tub every single time, like they probably wouldn't put it on as many dates or it would look different.
Mhm.
And it literally looks the same every time. It's that wood one. It's got like the wood stuff around it. It's kind of rustic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there's like a prime shipping rustic hot tub that you can get off of Amazon, in which case they probably just buy it every time for like $200 and then
Yeah,
make some
maybe.
PA set it up.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Did you see that guy who bought a house on Amazon? It's like the Wells Fargo wagon, the Sears Roebuck catalog
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
today's times.
I,
Yeah.
I I don't know if I would do that, but I'm glad it turned out. It seemed like it looks fine. So
Yeah.
that's not something I would expect. I can't even get like something basic. Like I couldn't get a coat hanger off of Amazon without it coming to me like all janky and weird. So,
Yeah, he's
you know,
like, "I bought a house on Amazon and now I have to go get land because I don't have land for it." And
imagine you have to like
yeah.
return it. Like the box is dented or it's missing
Yeah.
some screws. Like how do you return that?
It's like, and he was like, it was an impulse buy. Like I
Mm.
maxed out one of my credit cards and I bought this house.
Oh my
Like
god.
I've before falling asleep impulse bought like a book, you know.
Sure.
One time when I
Yeah.
was really drunk, I bought a Tamagotchi.
See? That's fine.
But
I
like
feel like if it's like under $50 and you have a
yeah.
full-time job and
Mhm.
with like a salary and shit and that's like reasonable, yeah, like impulse buy,
That's like
whatever.
fine.
House?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would
Kind of
be a little
wild.
concerned. Although I
Yeah.
do you remember like when Amazon first started doing Prime? This was probably like over a decade ago or something,
Yeah.
longer than that.
Mhm.
And there was this because people were like, whoa, that's wild. Like, how can they like because little stuff, sure, it's cheap to ship it quickly. But when you get something big, it's really expensive to ship and it's super expensive to ship it very fast. So people would try and find the biggest, heaviest thing on Amazon that has prime shipping. And it was like this ongoing like internet contest.
Wow.
And I think it was like I don't know, it was like a canoe, like an aluminum canoe or something.
Whoa.
And they're like, actually, Amazon's losing $150 on this. Isn't that
Mm.
amazing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, any way we can, stick it to that soulless husk of
mhm.
a company,
Yeah.
I'm all about it. I'm into it.
I would like to find a
Yeah.
way to hurt Jeff Bezos emotionally. That's my goal in life. So we'll see.
So, yeah, and I mean, it's interesting because we're thinking about like Daisy's emotions here on this date.
Mhm.
And it's like we don't know for sure how she's feeling. She's definitely the slowest to warm up. She's like everyone's sweetheart, but I will say, I think she's the most realistic and the most honest person on
Mhm.
the show because she's like, um, I like you a lot. I don't know,
Mhm.
like, love? Like, I'm not gonna say that until I mean it, but I, like,
Mhm.
really like you, and I could see this going far.
Isn't this a fun
So
role reversal too? Because
mhm,
like this feels very bachelorette and not bachelor to me because
yeah,
I think frequently we see like we'll see guys that get this far along and then they're just like, "Oh, I don't know." And then, the bachelorette will be like, "Well, what does it mean? Blah blah blah." And here it's like total role reversal.
yeah.
It's Joey kind of being insecure and having that self-doubt about being chosen himself after getting rejected on the bachelorette. And then he's got some women on the show who are projecting things that we normally see coming from the male contestants on the bachelorette. So it's very interesting.
That
I
is
like it.
interesting. Well, yeah, and I mean, it wouldn't work if Joey wasn't vulnerable. I just
Mhm.
it's a breath of fresh air. I really like this season. Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
going very well, but I think, yeah, I was wondering how he would interpret that. Obviously, he likes her enough to give her a rose, even though she was like, I
Mhm.
mean, I can see it happening, but like
Yeah.
I don't know, engagement.
There's
I don't know. Like that's a big
commonality with these
thing.
women too is like there's a level of emotional maturity
Hmm.
and all of the things that are creeping in all these like realistic things that exist outside of the realm of reality television they're on full display. But yeah, it's nice, it's fun watching not just good looking people getting into conflict over who's going to marry who, but people with some level of emotional intelligence and maturity. Good job, Bachelor, we're proud of you.
Yes, good job. Golf
Not
claps.
things I say very often.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so she gets the date. I don't have a ton to say about the date outside of that stuff. We
Uneventful.
know Jen was upset. She wanted one-on-one time, all
Yeah.
that stuff. And we also find out that Kelsey A is going to get the last one-on-one. which kind of
Mhm.
surprised me, but also didn't. I do think she's probably his favorite. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
It's hard
actually
to
having a hard
say.
time telling. Yeah. But I think he's really into her. And then okay, this is what I said Jupiter glassingest because that's the name of the glasses that Daisy and Joey are drinking out of at like the dinner
Mhm.
date. And I have those glasses, and for some reason they've been like popping up everywhere lately. Like
Wait,
I
what do
went
they
out.
look like? Which
They've got
ones are
like the
those?
bubbles around them. They're like thick and they've got all the bubbles and they're all
Oh.
different colors. And they had them in like the rocks glass and in like a wine glass too. That kind of
Well, here's
looked
a
more like a
question.
chalice.
Are they transparent or can you not see through them?
They're
They're
transparent, but
transparent?
they have
Okay.
like a color tinge to them. So
Okay.
like we
Because I
have ones.
know
Oh, do we have them? I don't have
on
any up
Love
here.
is Blind, they
Oh
don't
yeah,
they
the
use the
gold
gold
ones.
chalices,
Yeah.
and it's genius because then they don't have to, like, match footage when
Right.
they're
No
editing.
continuity issues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no continuity issues, it's beautiful.
They're starting to sell wine in like a bottle that looks like the glasses too. They're called Love is Wine.
Oh
I'm
my
for
gosh.
real. That's a real thing.
And then you can
I don't
sit
have
with your
Netflix right now,
partner
but
with a wall between the 2 of you and talk to each other while you drink it. It'll be great.
yeah, there's a woman on so like I don't have Netflix right now, but I am fully caught up on what's happening with Love is Blind because it's all over TikTok. It's like as soon as a new Love is Blind drops, there's all this discourse on TikTok.
Mhm.
Um, but there's this one woman who she's like, it was like I'm pretending to like talk to my husband and I'm on Love is Blind. Like we're both on Love
Oh,
is
yeah, I
Blind.
saw her.
Yeah.
It's
And
funny.
and they're like, "You're sitting in weird positions, like, that's so
Mhm.
real." And she was like, 1,000%. Oh my god. It was, like, so perfect. It was so funny.
My favorite is
Yeah.
did you see the one where, she's like, "Well, do you wanna have kids?" And then you hear the husband in the background, he's like, "We
We
have
have kids.
kids."
That's the
And
same
she's
clip
like,
I'm talking about. Yeah.
"Do you want 'em?"
Yeah. That's the same clip, yeah. Dude,
Yeah,
that
it's
was so
good.
funny. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I was actually thinking about that when I saw the Jupiter glasses because you can see through them, but they're not like
Mhm.
the easiest to see through. It's like, it's the classy version. It's the Bachelor version of
I
the Love
like
is
it.
Blind glasses. But I really love those Jupiter glasses and we were talking about getting more and I was like, they've been everywhere. They were at my lunch, they're on this show, they're in our our cupboard, whatever that thing is that stores
Whatever
the
the
glasses,
places that you
whatever
put
it is.
the glasses in, I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about. I just had some wine in there. No, so yeah, it was really cute. Let's see, group date. Okay, so yeah, so Daisy accepts the rose. Then we go on the Lumber Jill group date, and I'm gonna grab one more thing from the Jilly Box because
Speaking
this
about
is all pamper
lumberjills,
stuff.
how about a Jilly?
Lumberjilly. um, ooh. Oh, I'm really excited about this. Okay, it's a scented candle. Here's the
Ooh.
box, and it's called Cereal. Um, the scent is called
Mm.
Cereal, and it's citrus berry and lemon scented
Oh,
candle. And I
like Fruit
am
Loops?
yeah, that's what I well, and it was funny because she's got Fruit Loops on the back of this, and I
Mhm.
did not make the connection
There we go.
until I'm very excited. I love a good candle. So, oh
Mhm.
my god, it smells exactly like Fruit Loops. I wish
That's
you could
great.
smell this. Holy crap. Wow. And the label's nice too.
Hmm.
It just says, "Oh, hold on. There we
Oh,
go.
okay.
Cereal."
Yeah, that's nice.
Cute.
See,
It's really cute.
I always struggle, like, sometimes you smell a candle, you're like, "Oh, that's beautiful," but then you look at it, you're like, aesthetically does not work for me." But that's
No,
a
it's
nice looking
cute.
candle.
Yeah, it's cute. It's really simple. Like it's just like a, metal canister, but the label is really nice. And I kind of like minimalist design like this. So
Mhm.
this is very cute. It's from Mala. The brand is called Mala. And the scent is called Cereal. And I'm sure we'll read more about it when we actually get into the Jilly book. But holy
Mhm.
crap, that smells so good. Maybe I'll take it with me to my Airbnb. I don't know if I'm allowed to have candles there, but
Just
we'll
message
see.
the person, "Excuse me, am I allowed to BYOC, bring my own candle?"
Yeah, I just really need to like I'm going away like on spring break to get research stuff done basically. Like I've got a poster. My
Mhm.
abstract got approved. So I've got to put a poster together, and I've
Mhm.
got like an article that I got to submit by the end of April. So I'm like, I just want to get away for a few days. My advisor's like, you always do that. You just like go
So
somewhere.
so you won't be doing a traditional spring break. You won't be working on your poster at Senor Frogs, will you?
No, no, I'm gonna be in a kind of boring part of the state,
Okay.
close to a nice hiking trail.
Mhm.
And so if the weather is nice, I'll go hike. But I'm
Well, that
mostly
seems
just there to
nice.
get work done and just keep my head down. And um, even though it doesn't seem like it might be chaotic in this house, the dogs and the tuck can be very
Mhm.
chaotic. And we just step over each other, and it's nice sometimes to take a few days and then reset. And then he's
Mhm.
like, I changed the entire basement while you were gone. And I'm like, great, awesome, thank you. That's
Cool.
amazing. That's the best. And I'm like, I wrote, a bunch of stuff. And then we're like, we feel good now. So yeah, that's the plan. But yeah, I kind of want to take this with me because it smells really fucking good. And we have a whole candle center. I think I've mentioned that on the podcast before. We take
Mhm.
candles very seriously in this house.
Very seriously.
Yes. Just like the lumberjills have to take their job very seriously, their competition very seriously. That's made me want to do it. I was like, I think I
Yeah.
can do that. I can
I was
definitely do that.
thinking I couldn't do it. I was like, I would do way worse than any of these women.
See, I was like, I'm like Rachel. I'm like scrappy. I'm like, yeah, just give me that. Yeah, I can figure it out. It's gonna be fine. And definitely not like Maria, except I think I would struggle with the axe throwing part. I haven't done that, but I've heard it's like easier than you think it is. You just kind of got to get out of your head. Have you done it ever? Have you gone to like an axe throwing place?
Yeah, I've done it, and this is gonna come as a shock, but I'm very bad at it.
Oh, you are?
It's
Okay,
fun though.
sorry. I didn't
Yeah.
mean to say it was
No,
easy.
it's
I
okay.
haven't tried,
Like the
so.
throwing is fine. It's getting it to like stick to the target that I find difficult. Like
Mm,
mine'll go, but then it'll just like bounce off and whatever. You
okay.
know, it's the
Okay.
axe's fault. It's not my fault.
See,
Can't
okay,
be.
so you're relating to Maria very heavily in this
Yeah.
scene.
Why do you think she's my
Yeah.
favorite? Come on.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I was
Obviously.
very much like I would be like Rachel. I'd be like, I'll figure it out. I'll push through. I'll whatever,
Hmm.
it's fine. And now, I'm really like trying to lift heavier weights right now. And so like
Hmm.
the talk around our house is mommy's strong. That's what the dogs say. Mommy's very strong. And I'm like, "Oh, you're getting lighter to lift, boys. You don't feel so heavy anymore because I'm so strong." So I'm just like in this mode where I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I could do that." But maybe I couldn't. But
Hmm.
yeah, Maria is definitely struggling with this. But I have to say, like Rachel is. Oh, I was gonna look this up. Let me see if I can look it up quickly. Elk milk lactose count.
Which is like as thick as paint.
Yeah. Wait, why is the first thing I looked up, why does it say, "Is elk milk real?"
Is it real? Do
Why?
elks have nipples?
Well, it's yeah, refers to milk produced by moose. Okay.
Mhm.
Milk products from minor dairy species, a review. I'm just trying to find the lactose content. Why we should all start eating moose cheese. There's some interesting, cuz I mean, here's why. Okay, so some of you may know, some listeners may know, I have a dairy free blog, and I've been talking about living dairy free for a very long time. But I actually do eat goat cheese and sheep cheese because I can handle them.
Hmm.
The lactose count is different, the proteins are different. And so for some reason, I can process that, and cow milk is a no-go for me. So I'm wondering where this elk milk, moose milk thing falls
Yeah. Could
in
you be an
the.
elk lady? Maybe. We
Yeah,
don't
like,
know.
and not that I want to.
Mhm.
I mean, isn't camel milk really popular in some countries as well, I believe?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Okay, never
I
mind.
drink almond. That's my milk of choice.
Wimp. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. No, I like that's not my milk of choice though. It's either coconut or oat if I'm going dairy free. And then we do keep goat milk in the house
Yeah. I like
sometimes.
oat milk, but I'm not rich, Sammy. I can't
I'm
afford
sorry, I got
your
that oat milk
bougie
money.
oat milk. Oh, the Oatly. It's merely $6 for a small carton. A pittance.
Okay,
That's
a lot
Sammy
of it
in the
comes
dairy
from
aisle.
Food Rescue, all right? So it's not that fancy. A lot of it comes from the food that's about to be expired, and
Did
they
you drink it
can't
with
give
your
it out.
pinky up?
Yeah, I'm like, "This expires in 1 day
And then it would be goat cottage cheese.
in my house." So, a lot of the fanciest stuff we have in our house is technically free because they couldn't give it out to
Mhm.
customers. And so we get the runoff. Um, think outside the box. Start building your board with products made from donkey, yak, llama, alpaca, camel, and reindeer milk if you want the most nutritionally dense cheese. Hmm. Lower
I'm eating
levels of
cheese.
lactose.
Like,
Yeah.
if I'm eating cheese, am I, like, concerned about nutritional density? I think that's, like,
Moose
you're
cheese
barking
is
up the
the
wrong tree.
healthiest in the world. Okay, this is like USA Today. So like the biggest grain of Himalayan pink salt you can think of, put that on there. Um, but this is interesting. Okay, this is interesting. They're saying that moose milk is very healthy and it's been linked to the prevention of gastrointestinal diseases.
Oh.
And it's got immune boosting powers. Again, I'm a nutrition student. I'm saying USA Today says this. I'm not saying I say this. I do not have the research. I do not know. But they're saying also that moose milk is naturally quite high in both butter fat and milk solids, which we could obviously see because that shit was, like you said, it
Oh, it
looked like
was
a
thick
milkshake.
as paint. When she dragging it, like, came down her face, it was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
But this, I don't know who paid off USA Today to talk about how great moose cheese was.
yeah. The moose
Someone
lobby, the
someone
Canadian
paid
moose lobby.
Kevin Farrell a lot of money to talk about moose cheese. Um, but yeah, so it's whoa, I just got a weird pop up from that USA Today article too. I was like, click trips, take a vacation. And it was like right in front of our window. It scared me.
Mm.
Anyway, so it looks like there may have been less lactose, but I don't know if that protein would have helped her when she was like, yeah, it's lactose and the protein. I'm like, woof. And but she's like, I'm gonna take one for the team and drink this. I'm like, I wouldn't. I would just be like, oh no, I was too slow to get to
No.
the milk.
Mm-mm. No,
But I
thanks.
but I am actually gonna be eating some cow dairy in, like, the next week or 2, and I'm just
Ooh,
gonna try to load up on lactase or lactate and, like, enzymes and stuff, other enzymes, because part of my presentation is about this cheese at our university that you can't get anywhere else in the world,
really?
and I just talked to the guy who's been making it for 40 years.
Wow. Well,
And
that's
I know.
cheese worth eating, I'd
And so I was
say.
like, "I have to eat it. I just have to."
Yeah.
Yeah, my advisor's like, "Are you gonna try it?" I was like, "Yeah, I have to, right? Like, I
Mhm.
have
If
to
you're
try."
gonna
I'm
invite
writing
tummy
about it.
trouble into your life, invite it for a good reason, and
Yeah,
that's a good
it's
reason.
it's for science, okay? It's for
Mhm.
science, everyone. So that's what Rachel was thinking. She's like, "It's for science, it's for the science of chemistry, of love." So that's why she did it. But Rachel really
Good
puts her
for
all
her.
in, and it makes me upset that she didn't win and Kelsey T won. I was like, whatever. But Kelsey T did really put in the work as well.
Mhm.
They have both been like top performers in every group date that they've been on. So
Yeah.
no real surprise. Let's see. What else? Oh, and then Jen, so like I don't know what point this was in the date, but Joey's like doing a little, confessional thing like a we're going to do this and this is what's happening and Jen came over and she's like, "Hi, I just want to give you a good luck kiss," which is strategic and smart.
Mhm.
Didn't really work, but it's like
You
smart.
know, smart.
And yeah, Maria's like, "Do I have to see this? Am I seriously looking at this? I don't want to see this." And she's like very upset about it. Which like it is uncomfortable and weird.
Yeah,
And
and I think
yeah.
when you get down to this point too, like, sometimes early on in the season, someone is just like, like, "I can't believe he's kissing other women," or, "I can't believe she's making out with all these guys, and I'm jealous." But, once you get down to this level, I think that's gotta
Yeah.
hit a lot harder because it's things are getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and it's weird, like, if you
Yeah.
really like someone and you know they like you enough, but then you have to watch him kiss someone. That never feels good. But it's also
Yeah.
part of the show, so you
It's
have to kinda
yeah.
resign yourself to it. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
part of the show. I would say the thing that she mentioned that would feel weird for sure is like if you feel like, oh, he's acting like the same way and it's not like different. I
Mhm.
agree. That is always weird. I do think he interacts with the women differently depending on who they are from my perspective. But if
Yeah.
she's just seeing like a snapshot of it, I could see how that could feel weird. And you just get in your head, like, is he
Mhm.
interacting with me the same way that he's interacting? You know what I mean? So
Sure.
yeah. So anyway, we stand Maria. It's all good. Um, so she's struggling. Kelsey T wins the ultimate lumberjill competition. Actually, that award she won too looked really cool.
Did
It
look
was like
good.
one of the only like good props that I've seen in the
Does she
last
get
few
to
years.
keep it? I hope she gets
I
to
hope
keep
she
it.
gets to keep it.
Even if
I
she
wonder
doesn't
if
get
she
Joey.
I wonder if she took a picture with it. Like if she posted it on Instagram by now
She may
of the
have. She's
Toussaint.
very funny on the internet. I
Is
like
she?
her. Yeah, because I would not expect her to be, but then
But she's
some
like
of
an
her.
actor and stuff. I mean, that's like not shocking.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. You said some of her stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of these girls are better on the internet than I thought they would be. My hot take would be Daisy thinks she's funny on the internet, but I don't think she's that funny. Kelsey A is actually hilarious, which I
Really?
never thought that would be the case. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So I
she seems
guess
so basic to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
But brief aside, I guess some people are mad at her because they think she has like bad teeth or something, which is
They think
a
she has bad teeth?
I know. It's like look at
She's got like
anyone's teeth.
Julia Roberts teeth.
I know. I know. I
Yeah.
don't get it. Uh,
What are you
but
talking about,
she's got
bad
all
teeth?
these like TikTok videos where she's like responding, but in really funny ways. And I don't know.
Ooh.
She's good. She's good.
I
She's got a
gotta
little
check her
moxie.
out. Yeah. How could
Yeah.
someone say she has bad teeth?
I don't understand. I've completely like apparently there's a whole teeth discourse around her that has gone over my head.
Okay, I gotta spend more time on Bachelor TikTok, which I should be on anyway.
Mhm.
I've been focused on other things. But like that 50-part series that I finally finished.
The 10 hours of
Yeah,
who did I marry?
that I marry. It was so good. Did you know she's getting her London trip? She's going to London.
Oh, that's good.
I know. And
That's
now we
good.
just gotta get BMW on board. We gotta get her that BMW with
Mhm.
like
She
the
deserves it.
cognac seats or whatever.
Yeah, the
Um,
cognac seats.
Yeah, I'm like, "We gotta get you that BMW. There's no way. You put in so much work, you deserve a BMW for sure." Well, anyway, so some of the last Kelsey T pictures, um, really cute. She posted like, "Thanks, ladies, for coming through for me in ways I couldn't have imagined," and just a cute little, um, like, just a cute little like album, and she's got the picture of her award. I really hope she got to keep it. Oh, yeah, someone said,
I hope so too.
"Please tell me you got to take your trophy home." She didn't answer yet, but yeah, I have to know. Yeah, she was really cool. I'm sad. I mean, not to like jump the gun, but I am sad she's
Mhm.
gone, but I was like, I just don't see it with them. Like I just knew
No.
she wasn't going to make it all the way. Um and maybe Joey's like, "I'll spare you the potential awkward hometown date,
Mhm.
if I know it's not gonna happen, like, I'll just spare you that." Um, but anyway, so we get through that date. Oh, and then okay, so then Jen talks to Joey. And for this,
Mhm.
I'll grab one more Jilly Box. I'm trying to, like, break this up in a good way. Da, da, da. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, super greens. Okay.
Whoa. Are they Jilly weed gummies? What do we got?
I think it's like a powder? I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
for like smoothie making?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this nutritionist in training will have to check out these ingredients. Um, yeah, it looks like just a lot of like, yeah, just a lot of like powdery powders of things, like peach juice powder, beet, chlorella, carrot. I mean, nothing like totally wild. Flaxseed
Mhm.
oil, wheatgrass. It's just like a bunch of like greens and some
Yeah.
fruits, and it's
You
called
make
orchard
a
greens.
green smoothie that probably tastes like dirt and is good for you and light your candle and pretend it's a bowl of Fruit Loops.
Well, you
That's what
could
I would
just
do.
add like a scoop into what you're making. That's what I would do. I would just put a
Like
scoop of
ice
this
cream?
into well, I would put a scoop of this into like a smoothie, you know, or something
Pops
like
frozen
that.
custard.
Blah. Um, well, yeah. Anyway, there's like that other company that's like there's two companies that have really put in a lot of like TikTok marketing.
Mhm.
One is athletic greens and the other
Oh,
one
yeah.
is bloom. I mean,
Mhm.
from the general consensus, like I said, I'm not a registered dietitian. I'm just in training. I'll probably never be a registered dietitian. But what I've heard from like dietitians and stuff is like they're like, I don't know, it's just a bunch of greens, you know. But
Mhm.
like, do you need it? Like probably not. Like
I don't know.
if you like it, okay.
I think they need to work
Um
on their marketing though, because I've gotten ads for both of those companies,
and
and
you don't know the difference?
I am not the audience.
Oh.
I have
Mm.
never put a healthy powder into a drink and drank it. It's never
I have
happened.
put healthy powders into drinks and
Is
drank
Country
them.
Time lemonade a healthy drink? I don't.
Sure, sure. Yeah. No, I do smoothies quite often, even in winter. So I'll give this a try and see how it is. And I bet it smells good because it's like got peach juice powder in it or whatever. I'm like,
You know who
I
else
bet that smells
smells
really good.
good? Probably Joey. I don't know.
Joey, I bet Joey does smell good. Anyway, so Jen talks about being worried about hometowns
Mhm.
and she's like, she feels like her mom doesn't totally understand like the American side of her.
Mhm.
She's Vietnamese and she just thinks like it could make hometowns hard. And she said she hasn't brought anybody home, right?
Yeah, she said she's
Yeah.
never brought anybody home.
So that's kind of like a big first person to bring home. So she
Mhm.
kind of teed it up like if you're not sure about this, like this is a great out. This is a great way to
Mhm.
not go to hometowns with me. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably a
Yes.
smart move.
Mhm. And Kelsey T also is, like, kind of in her this is, like, the episode where everyone's in their head, and
Mhm.
she would also have a hard hometown, but she was like, "But, I know how I feel, my heart feels full when I'm with you," and I'm like, "Oh, this is sad and
Mhm.
hard," but it was very sweet, and she was vulnerable, and that's good.
Yeah.
Um, and then okay. And then I wrote that Maria is in her everyone's in her head. And then I couldn't remember what I predicted, but I literally wrote it down and it's right in front of me. And this is like I don't know if there are other things you can't see on here. Here, I'm going to cut it out. This is for proof. Um because I made a prediction last
Mhm.
week for who's going to make it to hometowns. I literally just cut this out. And I said, if you can read my terrible fucking handwriting, okay, it says Daisy, Rachel, Kelsey A, and Maria. And that was my guess. And you said, that's the list I want to have. And I said, that's the list that I also want to have.
Mhm. That's no, it's I think the only thing for me is like I don't like the top 3 seemed obvious to me,
Yeah.
even though for a second there I was like, "Maria, don't walk off the show right now. I
Yeah, that
need you
was
to be part of my
scary.
prediction that is correct." But also I think this week is good because I mean, Maria went into super self-doubt mode and she was just like, "Well, I saw you kiss another girl." And I was like, "That sucks. So maybe I can't do this anymore." And he's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the good thing is like she left. I thought she was gonna like leave. But she comes back and she kind of collects herself. And then they have this conversation later where it's actually really productive because he's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, like I empathize with your feelings and really like I want you to feel comfortable and blah 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 and just make sure, just always express your feelings to me. We could talk through things. It's like that's nice and emotionally supportive,
I know.
Joey,
It's what an
little
evolved
Joseph.
season we're having. Here's the thing. Okay. Yeah. Cause I mean, speaking from experience of feeling insecure like that, it's
Mhm.
like when you walk away, it's like, I won't speak universally, but it's like sometimes when a person walks away, they want the other person to follow them, right? But then it becomes this push and pull that isn't always productive because it's like I'm walking away and then I expect you to follow me. And then there's like this weird, imbalance of control and whatever. And so he was like, well, I'm not going to follow her. If she
Mhm.
wants to be gone, I'm not going to force her to stay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to do that. Um, and he even said something like, I don't know what she wants me to say. I don't know what I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. but I can't.
Which is fair. And I think the reality is I don't know if there's anything he could say other than spoiler alert, I'm picking you at the end, so don't
Right.
worry about it. Yeah,
Right.
it's
And
like
he can't do that. Right. So
yeah.
he was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. And he's like, and she's like upset. And then, yeah, you're right. She comes back around and it's like, okay, we're not going to engage in this like push and pull. We're not going to
Mhm.
do this like, you run, I chase you thing. But he also wasn't like invalidating her feelings. Are you okay? Is your house haunted?
No, one of the cats is like doing I don't want the cat to just jump in front of me and like knock the camera.
I would love it if the cat jumped in front of you. It would make
That's why
for
I
a
was like
great video.
looking at him like just like don't do it, buddy.
Yeah, you're just
Just
like looking at me and then you're looking up and I'm like, "What's going on?" You're like, "I'm
about to
just
get
being totally normal right now. It's fine.
well,
Not a
because he
big
does the
deal."
thing where he's like when he's ready to pounce and he kind of gets down, he does a little butt wiggle thing, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, don't you wiggle your ass at
Here he
me, buddy."
comes. Here he comes. Oh shit, he's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, cute. Well, hopefully we get that outtake. But yeah, so I think it's like he validated how she felt, but he
Mhm.
didn't do the whole like push pull, you know, run chase thing. And but wonder if it will rear its ugly head again
Mhm. Oh, I'm sure it
because
will.
yeah, because
Foreshadowing.
he's
Come on.
talking about like, being left and whatever and all that in like future episodes. So I don't know if it's with her, could be with Daisy. We now
Mhm.
have in the final four two women who are kind of like unsure in different ways. Um so that makes it interesting. I feel like Rachel is very like I'm in. I'm
Yep.
in and I don't think it's going to go all the way, but she's definitely in. Kelsey is also very in. So I'm just like I don't know. It's hard to
Yeah,
say.
Rachel is so funny because like I even said like I didn't think she was going to make it to hometowns because I have
I
been
put her
predicting
down.
her
I put her
demise
down.
week after week, and it's not because I don't like her or because she's wonderful. She's very confident and just outgoing, and she seems great. I bet she's a joy to be around. I'm not seeing it, and part of that is the fact that it's a TV show, but I just like I don't see it at all. And I'm sure there's like some like 27 part video series where people can break down every glance he's ever shot at her. But I'm saying just like moment to moment in the show, I I don't understand why she's still here. And
See,
I
I
like her,
think
but I
I
don't
think
get it.
I think he's got rapport with her similar to Maria, but it's the character is a little different, but
Mhm.
it's that like quick-witted kind of thing. It's like he's softer with Daisy and Kelsey, and he's a little bit like livelier with Maria and Rachel. And that's
Mhm.
what I see in those dynamics. That's kind of why I said I feel like he does have a different way that he approaches every woman. That
Oh,
I've
totally.
noticed. Um it's not like, there was like a guy I dated that apparently he kind of did the JoJo Siwa where it was like the same he took the women on the same day and I was like, "Wait, you have." And the bad thing was all his exes were in this well, not all, but 3 of his exes were in the same room and we all compared notes. And I was like,
Mhm.
"Wait a minute. He took you like mini golfing and then made chocolate chip cookies too?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "What the fuck? That's so weird. That is weird behavior." It was like the
Oh, you guys all
weirdest
got the
shit.
same twee date.
Yeah. And it's like and I like doing certain things, like
Mhm.
I've gone on a lot of dates to like at random, but like
Mhm.
it wasn't like programmed where it was like we're going to do this and then we're going to go home and bake cookies. Like what the fuck? Made me feel
Yeah,
so
that's pretty
gross.
niche.
Like if Joey was like that, that would be one thing, but
Maybe one
that's
thing,
not
yeah.
what he's like. I don't think. I'm not reading that at least.
Mhm.
Um so yeah. So that kind of resolves itself for the moment. Um but then he's like, I'm not gonna give out a rose tonight. I need more time.
Mhm.
And then we get to Kelsey's day and I'm gonna grab one more thing from the Jilly Box. There's a lot in here. Ooh, when you want to just be home. When you want to just be home.
What is that?
It's a little vase, it says, which is great because we kind of need some more vases. We actually don't have enough, which I feel like is not a problem for most people, but we actually like kind of got rid of some that we didn't feel like suited us. And then we were like, did we get rid of too much?
We've over vase purged.
Yeah. And I was like, oh no. And then Tuck just brought home some flowers the other day, and like the vase isn't quite right. It's a little big for it, and this one looks smaller. I cannot open it well though. I'm having a lot of troubles. This is great because this is for like individual, like buds.
What?
It's like
Oh,
for smaller arrangements. It's
I
called
like
the
that.
Shea Bud
Because
Vase. It's
you
really
get
cute.
a lot of those vases, and they get the big openings, and the flowers when you put them in, they just go,
And
"Bleh,"
they go, yeah.
and they're
And
like,
sometimes
"I'm a
he'll get
flower."
flowers from work, like that are just like a few flowers.
Yeah,
And this is
yeah,
like perfect for it. And this is very cutesy and it'll fit with our decor nicely. So
beautiful.
another win from Jilly.
Jilly's knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, I mean, really, my whole house is gonna be Jilly at the end of this. It's gonna be one big ad for Jilly. So Kelsey's date, she secretly, because at first it just kind of seemed like a kicking around date, and
Yeah.
she secretly got the thrill date.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I don't know. I didn't think it was like that wild,
Yeah, it's
you
like
know?
Jasper, Alberta thrills, like what?
Yeah. They're like the
And
polar bear
also,
plunge.
yeah, they do a plunge, which is cute and everything. But I'm like,
Hmm.
look what
I
you're
want to smell this
wearing
powder.
before this date. Like, look at the weather. Look at the lack of snow on the ground in Jasper. This is not a polar plunge. This is like
Yeah,
it's
it's pretty
probably
minor.
60 degrees.
I mean, maybe 40, maybe 50, who knows? But
I
yeah,
don't. Well, they're like
didn't look that bad.
walking back to the resort afterwards, and it's not like they're wearing jackets or anything. They're just kind of
Oh, that's
like,
true. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to smell this powder.
which is good too because it actually makes
It
it
does smell like pee.
funnier.
Sorry,
That's good.
just
At
had
least you
to
know it's
smell.
real.
I had to smell it.
um, the fact that they had to get like all of those extras from the great town of Jasper to like dress up for this polar plunge, and then they present it like it's, I don't know, like it's a tradition that everyone does or something.
Yeah,
And
it's not like it's New Year's Day. That's like when most people do polar bear plunges is on New
yeah.
Year's Day.
Oh
So
yeah. When
so
we were
it's
watching it,
yeah.
Susan was yelling at the TV and she's like, "It's not a polar plunge. They can't even see their breath right now." Just so
You
mad
know what
at
I'm
it.
gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do. This year, I'm going to create a July polar bear plunge.
That's
And I'm
just a
gonna be
plunge.
it's
It's just a
a
plunge.
Christmas in July polar bear plunge. You can't tell me it's not one.
Well, people in Milwaukee, if you're like sponsored by Lakefront Brewery, and then everybody will just show up and it'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
throw
it's
any kind of party in
mhm.
the summer in Milwaukee and 300 people will show
Yeah,
up.
you telling me people aren't gonna go to Bradford for that? Come on. Come on.
Oh, yeah. They'll be there.
Anyway, so that's what I'll be doing in July. I'll do a July polar bear plunge just to make Susan extra mad.
Yeah. She'll just be
um,
standing on the hill shaking her fist at
yeah, she'll
you.
be like,
Like,
I can't believe you did it. But yeah, so Kelsey gets really excited about this polar bear plunge, like too excited in my opinion. Like she was just like, oh
mhm.
my God, I've always wanted to do this. And that's like another reason because it's like, yeah, are you really getting the full experience if it's like
Yeah. Are
kind of
you
mild
really
outside?
doing it, Kelsey? I don't think you
Listen,
are.
listen, I'm not invalidating you doing the polar bear plunge on The Bachelor. I'm saying for your sake, I feel like your experience could have been better if it was like snowing outside. Like that would be
Mhm.
better.
Yeah.
Um, but it's not like we're getting snow here, so I get it. But yeah, Joey didn't like it. He was very cold. He is not about it at all.
Oh, yeah,
But
because he's a little
Kelsey was
baby
very
man. He's
pumped.
like, I need the warm Hawaiian sun to kiss my cheeks.
He was
Shut
like,
up, Joey.
there's not a lot of meat on these bones, so I need Kelsey to keep me
No,
warm.
you need to get baptized in the cool waters of a glacier in Alberta,
Yeah.
Canada, buddy.
He's gotta get used come on, let's toughen
Toughen
up a
up, Buttercup.
little. No, so it was like a fine date. I don't really have a lot to say. I actually have a note that says, "I kinda checked out on this one," but of course she gets the rose because
Yeah,
yeah, she
of
was
course she
gonna get the
does.
rose. This was kinda like a
Mhm.
no question
Her and
type
Daisy
of a
are 1
thing.
and 2. That's it.
Yeah,
And I would actually
that's a
argue
deadlock.
after all of this, Kelsey is 1, because I kinda had Daisy floating around 1, but because Daisy was like, "I'm not ready to say I love you yet, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah." But, like, I think that probably plays with his insecurities a little bit, so maybe he's looking for the slam dunk. I don't know.
I don't know.
Uh, hard to say, hard to say.
Hometowns reveal a lot. You learn a lot during hometowns,
Oh,
that's for sure.
we'll
Oh,
know.
we'll
But they're
know.
definitely, like, 1 and 2 easy, easy.
I think
Um,
so.
Maria Dark Horse 3, but I know she's been burning too bright. She's going to implode. And then we get down to the final two there, which you and I had three of the same people in the final four, and then we flip flopped on the last spot.
Yeah, you
and
said
you were
Jen,
right.
right?
Yeah, I said Jen
I
because I
said
was like, he
Rachel.
really likes her, and I don't get it. And Rachel I'm just like, I don't get that either, but I think he likes her more. No, you were right. You were right.
I'm just so happy about getting it right.
What do they say about broken clocks again?
Yeah, that's me. I tick weird.
Yeah. That's what they do. They tick weird. That's what people say about broken clocks.
Yeah, I make people tick or whatever. Okay, anyway, sorry. This is actually great because I hate the one that I have. Well, the one that I have in this office really sucks, and I've been wanting a second one, and I use the one in my bedroom every day. Tuck will wake up before me and make coffee, and put it on one of these
what are those
wireless
like cup
charger.
warmer things?
Mhm.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, they're really great. But the one I have in here, I'll show you. It's really cute, but it like kind of does not work. And so I picked form over function, and it blew up.
Got burned.
Look, it's
It
cute,
looks
though.
pretty serious.
He's got like it's like a little monster dude, and then that's like where you put the coffee. But it
on
just
brand.
It doesn't right? But it just doesn't get warm. Like it just doesn't work. The other one, it's like sometimes if he's up way before me and the coffee's on there, like the coffee has gone down a little because it was so hot. It was like
evaporating.
Yeah.
Wow, that's legit.
Yeah, so that one's really good. So while I open this tease, yeah, this is great because I wanted one in my office. And I hate the one I have.
It's
And
like
it's
Jilly's like
pastel.
a really good friend who gets you a thoughtful Christmas gift,
Yeah,
but like
Jilly.
on
That's
a
why I'm saying
quarterly
that's why I keep
basis.
just buying Jilly boxes because I'm like, well, she keeps getting it right, so I don't know.
And you'd be like, it's for the podcast. Like, we're doing
Yeah.
this for a reason.
Well, yeah, my accountant wants me to start expensing this stuff. I really should. She's like,
You should.
it is a business expense, and
You better LLC this podcast, lady.
Well, I have an LLC. Everything gets routed through my LLC. Any money we make
okay,
on the
so we're
podcast.
good.
Look at this. Okay, so it's like I think it's hard to tell with my lighting in this office, but I believe it's slightly blue.
It looks white to me.
I can't tell because of the blue lighting. Should I change it quickly? Hold on. Let's change it to pink or something. Oh, she's not listening. Oh, wait, here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, yeah, maybe. Yeah. I need to get it out in like neutral lighting. I think
not
it's just
in
like
disco
a white
mode in your office.
I just can't tell. But she'll tell me. Jilly will tell me in the book. But as we're getting down to the wire, the one thing that was interesting is that Joey pulled Maria at the very end. I was a little surprised by that.
Yeah, that was a kind of a weird move. I didn't expect that, and it seemed odd. I'm sure the producers were like, "You should pull her at the end just to make sure."
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of stressful. Okay, so basically this is the warming pad. Da-da.
Okay.
And then it's got so it's way slimmer than the one that I have.
Just like USB-C basically, and then
it's just
plug
like
it into
a really little profile, which is great because again, like I had mentioned, it wireless charger though. Wait a minute. Wait, this says maybe hot. What?
And you broke it.
No, I didn't. But it scared me. Hold on. I need Jilly's help with this one because I think this might be the mug itself might be smart.
Oh.
Oh wait.
Should we call
Wait
911 and ask for Jilly?
Hold on. Okay. This is wild. Okay, get this. This is great actually. I'm really happy. This is not just a warmer. Okay, it comes with a hand glazed ceramic mug. We saw that. Very nice mug. Comes with a hand glazed ceramic mug cover. And then it comes with a heating pad and coaster that doubles as a wireless charging pad compatible with any Yeah, I was like really confused because I'm like, why does it
charge up your coffee or charge up your phone?
Yeah. Wow. So it can keep your beverage warm for up to 6 hours. And then you can also charge your phone. But obviously you'd want it to cool. before you charge your phone. But you can do
I'd
either.
imagine.
Yeah, so it's like you wake up, you drink your coffee and you work, and then once you finish your coffee, you charge your phone.
I'm gonna charge my mind with caffeine, and then I'm gonna charge my cellular device.
That's kind of cool. I was like really confused by that. I was like, wait, what do you mean wireless charger? Maybe I'll bring this with me too. Oh, we have the writing
You better
retreat
pack a
all
Jilly
set.
bag.
I actually have one. I have that one that
You do,
beach
that's
one.
right.
Yeah, don't even play. I do.
Steve, don't you remember the summer Jilly Box? Obviously, I
Yeah,
already have
you don't
one.
remember Summer Jilly Box? And that was all peach themed too, which is kind of interesting. She really likes a peach.
She
Leans
loves a
into
good
the
peach.
peach. Okay, there's more. And do we have any other Bachelor Nation news? Oh, we have to read that book,
Nothing
though.
major. I think the only thing that I came across, and let me start by saying this is not a spoiler, but
Okay.
people were freaking out on the internet because for the first time, I guess, ever, Reality Steve's prediction for the winner is wrong. And so I don't
Interesting. You don't know
know
what
who
his
won.
prediction is, but you know it
I
was wrong.
don't know what his prediction was. I
That wasn't the
don't know
first
what it
time
was.
ever either. He has been wrong in the past.
Okay. Well, people were just like
I used to
meltdown
be
mold.
really into it. He had one where like he was wrong, and then it was still before the end. It was like within, I don't know, this was like a long time ago, like 10 years ago or something. It was in like the final 4 or something like that, and then he had changed it, and he explained why he had gotten like bad, and he had to stay vague. But I haven't gone to Reality Steve for a long time, obviously, because I've been trying to experience the show spoiler free. That is interesting, though. That's very interesting.
So the internet was freaking out.
Ooh, this smells really good. I don't really know what it is. It says it's a beauty elixir. Do I like just put it on my face?
Jilly pheromones.
Inspired by the elixir of youth used by Queen Isabel of Hungary, this skincare visibly smooths features, tightens the appearance of pores, and provides
And
a
it's made out of
birthday.
arsenic and lead.
It smells really good. It's made out of, oh gosh, that's not in a language I know. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Oh my god, there was a label. Gosh, and now I'm trying to remember what it was on. I think it was on like a shampoo or something like that, and it said like soy protein, like was one of the ingredients, and then, um, and then there was like the English and then the French, and the French said like je suis protein,
Je suis protein.
like it was like Spanish to French, like I am protein, soy protein. I thought that was so funny.
Oh my god.
I'm like, that's really like an easy thing to translate too. The fact
You
that
would
you change
think.
it to je suis protein. That was really funny. Yeah, this is, I don't know what's in this. Maybe it'll kill me. No, I'm sure.
What does it smell? Describe the smell. Peaches?
No, it doesn't smell like peaches. It smells
Like a fresh spring rain.
yeah, kind of. It just smells
If
it
I
just
was Jilly,
smells
that's what I would
nice.
add.
It smells nice and fragrant. Let's see how she explains it since we don't have any more things to go through. Oh wait, I had the robe, obviously.
The
We're gonna
robe,
read the robe.
obviously. Yeah, the piece de resistance.
I am really gonna pack heavy for this trip. Let's put it that way. There's gonna be like a lot of pampering stuff that comes with me. Ooh, this looks cozy. I feel like she picks the colors I like too, which is like this
Ooh,
is
that like a
blue, by the way.
waffle weave? What do we got there?
Yeah,
Love a good waffle
this
weave.
smells good too.
Jilly says terry cloth is basic.
Yeah, Jilly's like, we are elevating this year. Look at how cute.
That is nice.
It's really, I'm excited. It's really cozy. It's got a good squish to it. You know what I mean? It's like got a good absorbency to it.
That's good.
Yeah, it's like bouncy. You know what I mean? When you squeeze it, it's bouncy. That sounds bad. Anyway, all right, so let's move on to the Jilly Box description.
Our favorite part.
This is just kind of like, you stay at home or whatever. This is like staycation, which I went to the dermatologist today and he's like, you got any fun plans for spring break? You doing like a vacation, a staycation? And I was like, kind of in between. I'm going to like a boring place. And he was like all nice. He's like, well, that doesn't sound boring to me. And I was like, thank you. And then we started talking
Boring
about
is the
hiking.
point, mister.
We started talking about hiking. It was very nice, but I was just like,
That's
it's
good.
it's okay. I mean, I said it was boring and I don't
Mhm.
live there and no one from there is listening to you right now. So I think it's fine. All right. Start your morning on the right side of the bed with the bright and cheerful good morning themed products inside the spring 2024 Jilly Box. Picture sunbeams streaming through the window, your hot coffee just the way you like it, and cereal and waffles galore. As
Mm.
a busy mom of two, I am always on the go. What I love about this box is that it celebrates and encourages me time first thing in the morning before the rest of the family wakes up. This box is an invitation to linger a little longer. Soak up that morning light and delight in the bright possibility of what the day could bring. Who knows? The day ahead could be the best one yet. No matter how it unfolds, starting
Mm.
it off with a burst of color and happiness is sure to have a positive impact. I know that you're going to love this box and every item inside as much as the team and I loved curating it for you. Now put on your fuzziest slippers, grab a cup of coffee, and let's dive in to the spring 2024 Jilly Box.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's very cozy. Jilly's really good at curating this stuff, I gotta say.
She is. Kills it. I mean,
Yeah.
for the audience of one here, she seems to be doing incredibly well.
Yeah, I mean,
But
she's really doing it for me, so I don't know. Perpetual customer. She keeps emailing me. She's like, "Do you want another one? You want another one?" And I'm like, "You know I do, Jilly.
I can't
Okay."
quit you,
I
Jilly.
just can't stop now that I've started. They have donated. So it sounds like they do 20,000 boxes every
Okay.
quarter.
I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, because they donate 40,000 Canadian from every box.
Mm.
And
Okay.
and and they split it between two orgs. So they do 20,000 for one and 20,000 for another. So
Mhm.
20,000 went to the Kelowna Women's Shelter, Kelowna, I think it is Kelowna. And then 20,000 went to the New Canada Society.
Hmm.
Frontline programs and services for women and youth who have experienced addictions, abuse, sexual exploitation, and mental health challenges. They offer emergency shelter, transitional housing, and affordable independent living. Both of them are like kind of like housing, abuse, domestic abuse support, um, educational programs, things like that.
Mhm.
Pretty cool, Jilly. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
She's got a recipe for her go-to green smoothie.
Oh, wow. You're gonna have to make a
Mhm.
Jilly smoothie and then put it in your Jilly mug.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously. Um,
Obviously.
it's a very nice aesthetically pleasing picture as well. A
That was a good
go-to
picture.
green
That almost
smoothie.
makes me wanna drink that, but I'm still not gonna
It's got
'cause,
celery
ew,
in
it's
it, which I
green.
won't
Ugh.
put in, but I will I actually might try this exact thing tomorrow, except for the celery. Because it calls for orange juice. We might have coconut water, plant milk, banana, cucumber, fruit, spinach, chia seeds, hemp seeds, and greens powder. That's not that different
I
from
don't
what I
yeah,
make
I'm not a
normally.
celery guy, really.
I
Like,
hate celery.
because well, I mean, especially people that just, like, bite into it like it's a snack. It's like, you're just eating, like, grass water. It doesn't taste good. What are you
It tastes
doing?
so bad. Well, and also, if we ever want to do like a really weird one-off deep dive, I could talk about the medical medium all day long and his weird celery juice. Um, like I hear spirits from the future and they tell me that this is the key to
Mm.
living forever.
Oh.
BS
Doesn't it
that
have,
he
like, a
spews.
negative, like, caloric value because it takes like, you burn more eating it than it actually has
I think
calories in it or
that's like a
something?
myth, but it doesn't have a lot of calories.
No. What is
But
it? Yeah, it's just
also like
grass water.
why do you want to eat something that just like has no joy?
No joy.
Just
None.
sad. Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
celery is something you put in a Bloody Mary and then remove. Take it out.
it's a vehicle for my
Mhm.
alcohol.
Yep.
I don't even then when I was a kid, they were like, "It's ants on a log," and I'm like, "Don't try to dress up the thing I hate. Stop doing
Yeah.
that. Just get
Lipstick on a
if
pig, not working.
you could put it on a carrot, like I'd be happy. But like, why are you
Mhm.
giving me this crap I hate? That's awful." Anyway, so
Yep.
you had me, and then oh god, someone I know, it was like we went to this place. I'm gonna keep it general. We went to this place where like their dad had been like an architect for this building, so they were like really excited to go there, and they were like they liked the smoothies at this place, and they were like, oh my God, you're going to love this smoothie. And I was like, oh, there's celery in it. I don't know. And they're like, you don't even taste the celery. And I was like, okay. And I tried it and I was like, you can definitely taste the celery and it tastes disgusting. And I did not finish it. I was like, okay, I'm never going to believe anybody who says that to me again. All right, waffle knit robe is from One Wednesday. It's made out of Turkish stone-washed cotton.
Ooh.
It is so soft with a lovely worn-in feel. It does feel like it doesn't feel stiff, which I really like. They have 3 exclusive colorways. They had strawberry cream, which was pink, blue skies blue, and golden haze yellow, which is great because basically our whole house is pastel, so anything that's pastel like just fits in the house. Okay, apparently she has loved this Caudalie brand for years, and she said that it's a beauty elixir. It's a hydrating face mist that visibly tightens and enhances you. I already read that. It's up to you. Everything you could want in a skin elixir, which is why I've stayed loyal to this brand for over a decade. So she just put it in because she really likes it. The vase, what to say about this bud vase from Be Home? Just it's handcrafted, dishwasher safe, and I actually one thing I do like about it is like it's not quite perfect on the top, and I like it when things are kind of wonky. I like it like when it looks handmade.
Yeah.
Handcrafted, dishwasher safe, and just a perfect addition for the breakfast table, nightstand, or side table. The house, your favorite flowers.
Wow.
And then Mala, the brand cereal candle. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so apparently the whole theme for the whole box came from this candle.
Oh, so
She said,
inspired by
yeah.
Fruit Loops.
Yeah. She goes, when I first came across this candle, I could not get over how much it smelled like the cereals I used to indulge in as a kid. Yeah, it smells just like Fruit Loops. Okay. Oh, and she said the summer 2023 Jilly Box. Did I burn that one already? Because I obviously got that one. I mean, it's probably long gone. I thought the name was familiar and I thought the packaging was familiar. But then I was like, no, I'm making that up. Mala Jilly Box. Summer 2023. Oh, I think I remember the mango coconut candle. Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to find
Was
the
that from
product
the
listing.
Beach Time Fun Jilly
Yeah,
Box?
that was from the Beach Time Fun one. Yeah, we burned that one fast. Yeah, the mango coconut candle. Yeah, that was good. It was like in a slightly different. It wasn't in the same type of container. It was in like a white jar or whatever. So I wasn't totally sure at first. Okay. Okay, this is like the thrilling stuff at the end, you know. I was right. It is blue. Okay, anyway, we'll get to that in a second. I'm like, I feel like this is blue. I don't think this is just white. The dry brush. So she really likes dry brushing. It's known to exfoliate dead skin. I know people who swear by dry brushing. Boost circulation and help detoxify your skin by promoting lymphatic flow and drainage. Yeah. Brush your
Great.
straight. Yeah. It's yeah. Yeah, I've heard people really like it. 2 to 3 times a week recommended. Well, I'll try it. I'll try it until I will report back. Okay, yeah. So Tea's Wellness Heated Mug 2.0. Okay, so this unique mug kit will keep your go-to bevy at optimal temperature in style. That's what it says. Available in 4 custom colors. Blueberry Days, blue. So it is blue. I'm not like my
Okay,
eye. I don't have
confirm
to
blue.
adjust my television. Sunny side up, yellow. Strawberry smoothie, pink, and honeydew green. Again, they're all pastel. That is the entire theme of our kitchen. Each kit comes complete with a 12-ounce ceramic hand glazed mug, a smart heated coaster, and a 2-in-1 lid and drip tray. I can read. It's fine. In case that's not enough to wow you when you're not using the coaster to keep your drink warm, you can use it to charge the majority of phones and wireless headphones. Yeah, we're kind of obsessed. And then the nutrition. Okay, you know I've been on a mission to prioritize my wellness this year, and one product that blew me away was the Super Greens powder from Ine Plus Nutrition. I think it is INE, and then there's a plus sign. Featured in your Jilly Box is a custom orchard peach flavor. This powder is intended to improve gut health, better focus, energy, alertness, vitality, mental clarity, and support for brain health. Well, damn, it's a lot of stuff. Simply
Do it
scoop and
all.
dissolve in a 250. Yeah, again, I'm not co-signing this.
But it
I
might be
would have to look.
tasty.
I would have to look into it, but I think at the very least you can say it's tasty and nothing looks outright like red
Yeah.
flagy or anything.
No turpentine in there.
Yeah, looks
I
like
think you're gonna have to
no Upton
after we're done
Sinclair
recording.
report. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not the jungle.
not the
Uh,
jungle. Yeah.
you should as soon as we're done, just run downstairs and just start ringing the dinner bell like as hard as you can, and then when Tug comes running, be like, "Honey, Jilly's done it again."
Okay, I'll do that. I will actually. That wouldn't be unusual in my house. Like I do weird shit in my house all the time, and the funny thing is, like I'll like dance weird or whatever, or just like break into song. And Tuck's like, I love that the dogs are completely unfazed, right?
Yeah, they're
Anything
just
you
like not
do.
interested.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, because it's just another. This is what happens all day when you're gone and I'm home with the dogs. We make up
Mm-hmm.
songs, we have conversations. It's a party, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're not weirded out by anything I'm doing. Don't you worry about it. Anyway, I revealed too much on this podcast. Um, so there were some things, some add-ons that I actually didn't pick any add-ons this time because they're just nothing was particularly calling to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was tempted by one thing, but I didn't get it. But there was a scrunchy duo that were cute, but I just like I'm not like a scrunchy gal.
Mm-hmm.
This was really interesting. I was like torn, but I was like 159 Canadian. I just don't know. Peggy Harris Art and Design. Peggy Harris is Jilly's mom.
What?
Okay. And she is an artist and they had a custom print titled Morning Tranquility as an add-on to the
Wow.
box. So,
Wow.
yeah. Yeah. So, and it comes in a beautiful wood frame. It
Hmm.
includes a lovely note on the back from Peggy.
That's a lot of loonies and toonies, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know if I can rationalize. It doesn't really fit our decor. I just couldn't. Not that
yeah.
the bell did either, but it's like it's goofy enough that it does. Like it works
Oh
for
yeah.
us. Yeah. There was an ice roller, like one of those things that you like roll on your face and it's like made out of ice. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like the gua sha roller things? Is
Well,
that
no,
like one of those?
this is like a here, I'll show you. It kind of looks like one of those big um razors from like the early 2000s, except it's an ice roller.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what those are.
Yeah.
I'm hip to it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of like, yeah, maybe, but I don't see myself using it when I need to actually do the other things that I have in my house. Um, there was a dinnerware set, and I'm fully obsessed with East Fork, so that's where we're going all the time. Just waiting for their spring drop. I'm hoping it's another pastel because I need it in my life. I bought butter and piglet last year, and I just need more pastel. And then there's a ruffle short set from Bambi and Birdie. So this is the dinnerware and the short set.
Okay.
The short set was cute. That was one of the things that I was like, that's the kind of like, not that you all need to know, but that is like the kind of pajamas I go for. It's just kind of like a cozy like short set.
With
So
ruffles.
with ruffles for sure, I'll take ruffles. And I was like,
I
that looks
brought up
cozy.
the pictures of the add-ons for the box. I wanted to see them,
Oh
so
yeah,
I
yeah,
was looking.
yeah,
Mostly I just wanted to
super
see
cute.
what this $159 painting looks like, and
Yeah,
it's nice. Good frame. Good frame.
good frame.
I mean, good painting, but good frame.
It's like a nice landscape morning thing, and
Yeah,
if
yeah,
that's the kind of thing that you've got in your house, it could definitely like work in your house. But for me, it just didn't make sense
yeah.
because it's just not the kind of thing that I really decorate with. I have like, weird horse girls,
Hmm.
hanging up and things like that. And, a Marvel This American Life crossover that I'm looking at right now. So, it's just like
Yeah.
yeah, it just doesn't really like fit the we are definitely nerds vibe. But she also has some great advice at the very end, which we can close with how to create a dreamy breakfast tablescape. Stick to a color palette. And guess what? We made that easy because we made the Jilly Box coordinated pastels. For spring, I often gravitate towards
You can't even
pastels,
screw it up.
especially light blue, green, pink, and yellow, which is why the mugs came in these colors. Use a mixture of mugs and cups depending on your morning bevy of choice. She really likes the word bevy to add pops of color throughout the tablescape. Add flowers and delicate bud vases. I like to stick to a more delicate vase for spring. Who doesn't?
Just a real Ina
Really.
Garten.
So it doesn't overpower the light color palette. The shade glass bud base is the perfect touch of elegance on your table, paired with some bright seasonal flowers, of course. Mix and match your dinnerware. Brunch is about fun. I mean, you can't seriously look at waffles and think it's a serious affair. Serious choice. And I recommend the same approach with your dinnerware. We have 2 exclusive colors with the Fable sets available that look gorgeous on their own, but don't be afraid to mix and match them together or with other dinnerware you already own for a fun, layered look. Add a candle. I love adding a candle or 2 to my tablescape day or night. Add Mala the brand candle included in your Jilly Box. Perfect to put on the table amongst a big breakfast spread. Given the delicious cereal scent, adding a candle really elevates the look of the table with just a strike of a match. She's also
Dramatic,
got
Jilly.
she's also got some steps for healthy morning routines. And the things she likes to start her day with. But I'll spare you that because we've already gone on very long with Jilly. But I think this was a good double feature of Jilly and Joey. Jilly and Joey
J&J
together on
connection,
this
baby.
episode. Yeah, I love it.
Hometowns next week.
Hometowns next week. Who do you think's going home first in the hometowns? Do you think it's Rachel?
Yeah, it's got to be Rachel. 100%. I still refuse to believe in her. I don't know why. It's a me problem.
Okay, this is
like,
what. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
As you say, I think for me right now, I'm pretty sure that the final 2 is set in stone, and really, it's going to be: does Rachel go home first, or does Maria implode first?
Okay,
That's
I'm going
what
to
we're
make a
looking at.
wilder prediction just for fun. Okay, so we've got the hometowns. I'm going to say, yeah, I do think Rachel's going to go home. But when we get to the final 3, I'm going to make a wild guess. And I'm going to say Daisy goes home first. And then it's left to Maria and Kelsey, the sure thing and the not so sure thing.
That would be interesting.
Just saying. Good
we
TV.
also have the weird ending that they sort of teased out where he looks sad. Yeah. And then we've been told that this is going to be an ending like we've never had before on The Bachelor. So, like, what does that mean? Is he going to propose to someone and the woman's going to say no? And then then he's going to propose to someone else? I don't know what it
I don't know.
It's going to be weird.
It's going to be weird. That's just a guess. That's a wild guess. But there's so much that's been built up around Maria. I just feel like if she left during hometowns, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to me. But we'll see. That's just like I'm dreaming, okay? I'm just dreaming. We'll see what happens.
I mean,
we'll take it
in my heart, do I want Maria to win? Actually, no, I don't, because I want her to just be on more shows.
I want her to be on The Bachelorette. So
she needs to be Bachelorette. She needs to be on every single Paradise. Just all Maria all the time.
Wow. Okay. Well, then maybe she shouldn't be the Bachelorette, because then you don't like it when the Bachelorettes are on Paradise all the time.
No double dipping. You had your chance to be the star. You don't get to go on Paradise Island. That's for the misfit toys.
But Maria couldn't be a misfit toy if she tried. That's the thing. She's just great. Anyway, okay, well, that's it for this week. Thanks for joining us. If you caught us on YouTube, hi, I'm waving to you, and you can see that. And if not, you just heard me describe that on the podcast, but you should check out our YouTube because we have other Jilly Boxes on there. And yeah, maybe we'll do some more video features soon. We just always have to get our life together then.
I know.
We gotta look nice.
I gotta put on a shirt.
Yeah.
Come on.
Last week I was like, I don't want to do that.
That's fair. That's fair.
I was like, I don't want to look put together. We'll do the Jilly Box next week. And then now we're here. But this was like the perfect week to do it. I will report back on all my Jilly morning staples, especially after like the spring break experience, because I'm sure I really do think I'm going to bring some of this stuff with me. So I'm like looking around. I'm like, okay, what to pack in my Jilly summer box for my Jilly essentials. It's going to be so good. All right, everyone. Well, take care of yourselves. Tomorrow is Leap Day. I didn't mean to totally leap into my microphone. But I'm like getting really in the spirit with Leap Day. And I think you should too. So maybe take a chance, do something different. Just like shake it up. You get one extra day this year. Like make it worth it.
But don't do needle drugs.
Take
I mean, if you
chance you want, but not that. Not
that one. No, I know it only happens every 4 years, but you don't want to get into that.
No. Don't let that follow you into March.
No, you don't want that. Women's History Month.
Not women's history.
Not that.